Okay, so inspirational beats or inspirational R&B beats require two things, 2 major chords and 2 minor chords. But it doesn't always have to be in that order. For instance, we can go ahead and start playing something like this. Or we can start playing something like this. You usually hear a lot of inspirational stuff like in pop music, more than R&B music. But if you mix pop and R&B together, you come up with something that sounds very inspirational, something that can sound like this. So today I'm going to go over how to play these chords, and don't worry if you're a beginner because I'm going to go as basic as possible. This is a chord G right here. This is A. And this is B minor. And then F sharp minor. Now, let's just say you want to play it as basic as possible. All you got to do is use one hand and go like this. That's it. But if you want to spice it up a little bit and you want to play something a little bit more intermediate, you want to use both hands, play the octave like this. And then we create a G major 7. Then we create a A9. And then a B minor 7. And then a F sharp minor 7. And don't worry if you don't know any music theory or don't even care about it, it doesn't matter. The point is that it's always, in my opinion, better to play something because you get more of a feel for it. And it's easier to create more instrumentals that way, in my opinion, than to draw stuff in. But hey, it's all welcome. And if you're enjoying this video so far, go ahead and hit the like button. Now that we got those chords out the way, now let's go ahead, change the instrument, and let's start actually creating a melody using those exact chords. So I'm going to start off this melody by using this nice sound called Beauty Feed inside the DX7 plugin. This is from Arturia. Like honestly, these pads and these sounds are very luscious. Check this out. So these sounds sound very nice, and I'm gonna go ahead and leave the BPM at 120. Nice. Now that we got those chords out the way, now let's go ahead and EQ this a little bit. Remove some of this low end and some of this highs. I usually tend to do that in the beginning, but sometimes I go back and forth and change it up. It doesn't always stay like this. I just want something to be very muffled right now and give me some ambience and atmosphere. Okay, so for my next instrument, I'm gonna go ahead and make a counter melody, kind of going along with the first set of chords I was playing. And this sound is called Celestine Blue. And it sounds like some nice bells. Check it out. So let's go ahead and record a counter melody that kind of goes along with this. I think that'll work. Now let's go ahead and EQ this a little bit and reduce some of its high frequencies, reduce some of the mid and low section, and mess with the effects a little bit where it says Celesta. Just put it at the middle section a little bit, or just reduce it completely. Yeah, these effects for sure come in handy when you're just trying to do something quick. Okay, so for my third instrument, and I know I'm jumping all over the place here, but I am gonna go to Sky Keys and use this sound called About Time. I'm really looking for more of a piano Rhodes type of foundation, but not exactly that acoustic feel. More kind of like a pad, but with keys implemented in it, if that makes sense. And this instrument sounds something like this. And I'm just going to go ahead and play the basic chords I was playing in the beginning. Maybe slightly different, but mostly the same. All right, now that we got that laid down, now let's go ahead and just EQ it as well. And you know me, I love to just EQ stuff, not really add too many plugins, because if you use a sound that already sounds good, then you don't need to do too much, and it kind of eliminates some of the elements that it already brings. If that makes sense. If it does, go ahead and hit the like button. Okay, so for my fourth instrument, I'm gonna go ahead and play a lead sound, and this is something to make this whole melody just pop out even more. This might be a little bit obnoxious, but we might remove it or change it later. It's called Hyper Horn Inside Sky Keys, and it sounds something like this. Now let's go ahead and just improvise in the scale of D, which is the scale that we're in, or in the scale of B minor, whichever one you want to call it. I tend to go more for the minor chords, so let's go ahead and just play in the B minor scale. Sounding good. Don't know if I'm too crazy about this sound, but we'll go with it for now. And I'm just gonna mess with the effects a little bit here on the Sky Keys plugin, and then I'm honestly just gonna leave this sound just the way it is already. It sounds good. Now call me crazy, but the fifth thing that I'm gonna add here is a vocal chop inside Arcade. And yes, if you watch most of my videos, you know I'm a sucker for vocal chops. It's just, I don't know, something about them, and it just gives it more inspiration to this type of melody. So this is what the vocal sample sounds like right here.
Ooh, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah.
So let's go ahead and record this in. Alright, now I'm just going to go ahead and EQ this vocal sample. I don't want it to be completely standing out like this. So I'm going to muffle it up a bit by, of course, lowering some low end and high end and some of this mid section right here. I'm going to the effects inside Arcade and just use some tape delay, modern reverb, and make this sound nice and pretty. Alright, now let's go ahead and go to the drums. And let me just say, if you haven't copped the R&B Madness kit yet, you're missing out. I've seen a lot of people say great things about it, and the link is down in the description. I use this kit almost every time. It's almost time to bring out another one, to be honest, but it's just, I can't get enough of it, to be honest. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and look for a nice snare. Of course, I'm gonna go into the R&B Madness kit, and I'm gonna grab this snare called Cadence. And let's go ahead and just use the step sequencer and plug this snare in. I am going to go ahead and use some reverb here. Also some delay, because I'm going to do things a little bit different for this one. Alright, now let's go ahead and add some hi-hats. I'm going to go use these Ignite hi-hats here, and I'm just going to go ahead and put the hi-hats, just put like 3 patterns or 3 rolls every 4 bars or every 2 bars. Now I'm going to go ahead and add a rim shot, because I want the rim shot to hit every other 4 bars or 8 bars instead of the snare hitting every single time. Now let's go ahead and add the kick. And for the kick, I am going to leave a lot of space with this one. Okay, I went ahead and added 2 open hats, one that sounds just like a regular open hat, and then one, of course, is the nice belled open hat. Now let's let's not waste any time. Let's go ahead and add the bass. I use this death bass inside the R&B Madness kit as well. Let's go ahead and add this in. I'm going to be playing this one in. And I'm gonna go ahead and add a second bass to just mess around with it in between the beat. You know, remove the bass here and then add the other bass here, more like a sub bass, then add more like an 808 over here. Still a bass, more like a sub. Now that I added that, let's go ahead and EQ it a little bit, raise up some of this low mid section so it can punch a little better, and we got that going. Okay, so before I showed you the final beat, I did do something a little bit different here. I decided that I'm not gonna use lead that I used in the beginning. I was looking for another lead. I just wasn't happy with that one. Like I said, you can always go back and remove something. And I went into Pigments, and I'm gonna go ahead and use the classic lead sound inside Pigments. And I'm gonna recreate the whole lead sound from the beginning. I think I want to give it more space. You know, I feel like it's just doing too much. So let's go ahead and record this in. Let's see how it comes out. Space in between, like I said. Much better. Yeah, that definitely works better in my opinion. All right, now that I did that, let's go ahead and rearrange this a little bit and let's hear the final result in 3, 2, 1. Let's go. So if you enjoyed this video and you're already here at this part of this video, I just want to say thank you so much. And if you already know what to do, comment down below, deep end of the video, if you're still here watching after the final beat. Let me know what you guys think of this video. You know, I'm keeping it R&B, I'm keeping it simple, and I want your feedback if you think I should just keep doing R&B. I enjoy these videos. I feel like not a lot of producers are showing keys or, you know, R&B production, so I'm really enjoying these videos. And also I want to say for the next video, I should be releasing my brand new MIDI pack. Don't know what I'm gonna name it yet, but I've been working on it because I know some of you guys have been wanting just some chords, and all of these are strictly coming from me. You know, I've just been playing chords and keys pretty much my whole life. So hopefully this MIDI pack is something you guys can enjoy if you guys want it. So look forward to the next video, and hopefully it's out by then for sure. But anyways, if you're tired of hearing me talk, don't forget to hit the like button. Let's end this video, and if you want to see more, click on this next video right here. Till next time, guys, God bless. Peace.